Now at 5, parents of a fallen cowboy keep his memory alive on the second anniversary of his death. Plus, a local author delights some elementary students in Carl Junction. Plus, football fans are packing Green Bay for a draft weekend experience they won't forget.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Today marks the 2-year anniversary of the initial disappearance of Dakota Patton, a 23-year-old man from Parsons, Kansas. Clint and Kimberly Nybarger have been charged in relation to his murder and disappearance, and both have entered plea deals in this case. This is KOAM News at 5. I'm Anthony Saviello. But for his family, Dakota's legacy is not that of a victim, but rather that of a loving son and a skilled horseback rider. Now his memory also lives on through the Two Hearts, One Dream Arena, a project the 23-year-old was incredibly passionate about. At the arena, his family helps riders just like Dakota find their place on a horse. Dakota's father has also put together a poetry book in his honor titled Once There Was a Cowboy, to keep his memory alive.
I know he's just looking around going, "You go, Dad." So this is what he wanted to do. So this is part of him right here.
The Two Hearts, One Dream Arena is now open to the public and riders of all ages. Tonight on KOAM News at 6, we'll hear more from Dakota's family about their keeping his legacy alive. A chicken tragedy this morning on highway near Wheaton, Missouri. Around 8:30 this morning, authorities responded to an overturned truck hauling over 6,500 live chickens. The roadway ended up closing to all traffic due to the vehicle overturning on a 90-degree curve. While the driver only suffered minor injuries, many of the birds unfortunately passed in the incident. The Newton County Health Department and other necessary agencies were contacted to assist with the cleanup. Let's go ahead and check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty for a first look at weather.
Well, it's turned out to be a pretty nice Friday for us today. Partly sunny skies, temperatures pretty good, mid-70s. We have been tracking a few isolated thunderstorms kind of drifting through over the past couple hours, but not much out there right now. So I think it's going to be pretty quiet as we go into the evening hours. But these rain chances shoot up again. So this is Saturday afternoon into Saturday night. So if we take a quick look at it, we'll get some clouds increasing through the overnight hours. Most of the morning's going to be dry. If you want to get out, do some yard work, showers and some rumbles of thunder, non-severe, start to press in during the afternoon, then just kind of on and off showers sticking around as we go through tomorrow night and Sunday morning. But the evening looks great. We slide back through the 60s. Severe threat moves in Monday. We'll talk about that here in a bit.
All right, Doug, see you soon. Students in Carl Junction got a special visit from a local children's author today. Izzy B. is a Carl Junction graduate and former teacher, now the author of the Mite McCracken. The book is nominated for the 2025-2026 Missouri Show Me Awards. Kindergartners and first graders got to meet Izzy B. and some of his special friends as he read them his book. And thanks to donations, every student in attendance got to take home one of Izzy B.'s books.
I can say without a doubt that reading changed my life from an early age. That's how I found my calling as a teacher and a librarian. And just to see a kid so excited to have a book, it's really thrilling, and I'm really happy for them.
More than 470 books were donated for today from local businesses and organizations, including Gringo's, 4-State Teacher Resources, and the Reading Program Book Bag. Well, over 290 students turned out for Cow Creek Cowboy Days, where students were taught lassoing, cattle branding, leather making, and more. John T. Wayne, grandson of the legendary John Wayne, known for his westerns, is set to make an appearance.
I learned that in like the 1800s that they used like pots with like the little feet at the ends, and I put wood under it to make fires and cook and stuff.
Tomorrow's events include the Wild West Town from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., capped off by live music from the Dan Dooling Trio starting at 5 p.m. Well, draft weekend is the event football fans crave every year, and as Jacob Linsendorf from our sister station, WKBT in Wisconsin, reports, the fans certainly are getting their money's worth in Green Bay this year.
Well, it's hard to put into words what the feeling was around Green Bay last night for the first round of the NFL draft. The eyes of the football world squarely on Titletown, but the city and fans from all over delivered. The numbers are in from day number 1, and how about it? 205,000 people in attendance, which is almost double the population of Green Bay. A sea of people filled the parking lot for one big party, and the reviews from night number 1 are glowing.
You're never going to get anything like it again. I mean, the fans were great. I mean, the atmosphere is great. Weather today, I mean, we're still going to have a great turnout.
I like the hometown atmosphere that you have here, and the facilities are amazing.
I mean, where else would you want to have it? Lambeau Field, iconic. Like, this is like the birthplace of the NFL. So, like, there is not a better spot to have it. And, like, honestly, they should do the draft here every year.
And as the saying goes, when in Rome, fans from all over are embracing the Wisconsin culture.
I have tried the cheese curds, and they're very good here.
The cheese curds at Lambeau are better than you're going to get most places, for sure.
Just the whole atmosphere. I want some good cheese, too. I haven't seen any cheese stands just yet, and that's what we're kind of looking for a little bit. But just to experience the whole culture and see what Green Bay is all about.
And regardless of who you root for, the love for football continues to turn strangers into friends as they all soak in one of the best weekends in football.
I mean, the nice thing about Green Bay is, like, it's community. So, I mean, everything in this draft has been about bringing people together.
It's cool how sports connects all cultures, all races, all different types of people. So it's cool to talk to people from all over the country about sports. You all have common knowledge and common love for the game, so it's awesome.
And there might not be perfect conditions around the city today, but that has not put a damper on the buzz and excitement around Green Bay for day 2 of the draft. In Green Bay, Jacob Lenzendorf, KOAM News.
Well, for many football fans in our area, the question comes down to who is going to the Chiefs. The answer, at least in the first round last night, is offensive tackle Josh Simmons, the number 32 selection in this year's draft. While still ahead, a 4-year-old girl's cells could help researchers unlock new treatments for a rare form of autism. But up next in Health Watch, new research warns that dropping vaccination rates could fuel the return of dangerous disease outbreaks like measles. Topping today's Health Watch, April is Autism Acceptance, and a doctor in Connecticut could be on the cusp of an important breakthrough that could change the way we think about the disease. His path to success has paved by scientific and advancements and a remarkable 4-year-old girl. Roger Suzanen shares their story.
4-year-old Fiona Vanderhoof will melt your heart. But despite her magnetic smile, she's faced many challenges in her short lifetime.
When it really started to become time for kiddos to sit up or crawl or walk, like there was definitely different things that were not typical.
Fiona's mom, Jackie, knew something wasn't right. Eventually, doctors diagnosed Fiona with a rare form of autism, DUP15Q, which is caused by a piece of an extra chromosome.
When I found out, oh, this isn't fixable, this is lifelong, it was, absolutely, it really was shattering to me.
Fiona is developmentally delayed and mostly nonverbal, but she's improved through extremely hard work. She can now even say a few words. Her daughter's determination motivates Jackie to keep fighting.
I want to help every child that has DUP15Q today.
This is a picture of Fiona cells grown as neurons in vitro in a dish.
The Vanderhoofs sent Fiona's blood cells to UConn School of Medicine neuroscience professor and world-renowned autism researcher, Dr. Eric Levine.
We can attach electrodes to them, and we can record their electrical activity.
Dr. Levine uses groundbreaking new technology to reprogram Fiona's blood cells into neurons that perfectly mirror her brain cells, which allows Levine to explore possible causes of autism and hopefully find better treatments.
So the cells can be used for discovering what's wrong, and then also as a screen for seeing what drugs or other medicines might be effective in reversing it.
It's kind of amazing. She donated those cells before she was a year old. And just to think that if that's her legacy, if that's my legacy.
Jackie's biggest hope to improve quality of life for kids like Fiona. Roger Suzanen, CBS News, Farmington, Connecticut.
The CDC estimates 1 in 31 children in the United States have autism. Well, high blood pressure or hypertension is known as the silent killer because symptoms usually appear after the disease has reached a critical stage. But a simple consultation during unrelated ER visits could help combat the problem early on. A study from the University of Illinois Chicago focused on more than 500 patients with high blood pressure who were treated in the emergency department for other issues. Before discharge, a health care provider consulted some patients about hypertension and gave them a blood pressure monitor linked to smartphones. 6 months later, those patients had significantly lower blood pressure. And new research shows the drop in childhood vaccinations could allow some diseases to make dangerous comebacks. According to a modeling study from the Journal of the American Medical Association, fewer vaccinated children will lead to more outbreaks of preventable infectious diseases, eventually returning to endemic levels. The data points to measles at the top of the list. The U.S. has recorded 800 cases this year, most of them in Texas. Lastly, a pioneer of so-called miracle weight loss drugs is suing companies that offer cheaper off-brand versions. Eli Lilly claims 4 telehealth providers are selling illegal knockoffs of Mounjaro and Zepbound. Those drugs are a cash cow for Eli Lilly, generating more than $16 billion in revenue last year alone. Well, still ahead, getting a charge out of electric vehicles.
Electric vehicles are growing in popularity, but charging them isn't always easy depending on where you live. I'm Natalie Brand with a look at some of the roadblocks and advice from EV drivers.
And of course, we have more thunderstorms in the forecast. We're going to look at that. Well, of course, it's Friday, and it turned out to be a pretty good one for us today. Temperatures not bad, mid-70s, and it looks like over the weekend temperatures stay into the 70s, but at the same time, we are going to get some showers, even a few rumbles of thunder rolling in as we get into Saturday afternoon, lasting into Sunday morning. The winds start to pick up a bit on Sunday and also on Monday. Severe threat returns late Monday into Tuesday. We had some isolated little thunderstorms kind of dropping through. These are pretty much gone, so if you want to get outside this evening, I think it's looking pretty good. And if you have any mowing to do, which I need to do when I get home, do it before the rain, because look at our rain chances shoot back up Saturday afternoon and kind of stick around Saturday night and into Sunday. In fact, let's take a look at it. Clouds thicken. The morning will be dry. Here's 11 a.m. Let's go into the early afternoon. Some rumbles of thunder, southeastern Kansas, northeastern parts of Oklahoma. Here's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Bands of showers, few thunderstorms, non-severe. Here's 4 or 5 p.m. And then once we get into the evening hours, it's just occasional random showers all the way into Sunday morning. I do think we'll have some isolated showers and a few isolated thunderstorms as well as we get into Sunday morning. However, next storm system spinning off the coast of California. This is our big upper level low, and this will start to change our weather up once again as we get into early next week. So let's take a look at it. Severe threat starts to increase. So this is going to be late Monday, Monday night. On Tuesday, it shifts a little bit south, mainly along and south of I-44. On Wednesday, mainly stays in Oklahoma and parts of Arkansas, but we will be right on that northern fringe, of course. It's a little too early to tell exactly what the modes are, most likely hail, wind, and probably a tornado threat. So let's go into it. Here's Monday, 8:30 p.m. Thunderstorms try to get going, southeastern Kansas, drive in Monday night into Tuesday morning. And then I think Tuesday, just periods of showers and thunderstorms. Remember that greater severe threat along and south of I-44. Even on Wednesday, periods of showers and thunderstorms, low severe threat in our southern counties. And then we're just over to rain by the time we head into Thursday. And of course, we've had a lot of rain over the past couple weeks. So if we look at rainfall potential over, let's say, the next 5 days, especially our southern counties, a lot of areas picking up 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 inches of rain. So we got to keep our eyes on that by next week. Outside right now, it looks good. Nice shot. This is Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. You can see those puffy cumulus clouds through the evening, slide back through the 70s into the 60s and breaking down your weekend. 70 on Saturday, temps great, 78 on Sunday, but we are going to have those scattered showers and thunderstorms. 70 tomorrow, 78 on Sunday. We are going to go a possible alert day on Monday, and Tuesday just due to that severe threat. But thunderstorms through the first half of next week, but at least the temperatures look pretty good.
Sure.
And yeah, after the 6 o'clock news tonight, I'm going to go home and mow before all the rain moves in.
No kidding. I'm going to have to do it too.
Yep,
for sure.
there you go.
Yeah, thanks, Doug. Well, coming up, students at Rocky Comfort Elementary are growing more than just plants. They're growing opportunities with their annual greenhouse sale. Well, topping today's Consumer Watch, Rocky Comfort Elementary's annual greenhouse plant sale is underway. Packing the greenhouse with student-grown plants and community spirits. The event started at 10 a.m. today and runs until 6 p.m. with another chance to shop tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. This year, a portion of proceeds will help fund scholarships for graduating seniors.
It's so amazing that we have this whole entire community and beyond McDonald County that come here to buy plants that not only benefit all of our ages of kids within our school, but also our graduating seniors with scholarships.
Electric vehicles are growing in popularity, but finding a place to charge them can be difficult depending on where you live. States are trying to build out their EV infrastructure, but some roadblocks have slowed the progress. This Earth Week, Natalie Brand has a look at some of the challenges.
Andy Fraser is so committed to driving electric, he pushed Montgomery County, Maryland to come up with a policy for home chargers on public sidewalks, like the one in front of his house.
There's no going back right now. The faster we get there, the better it is for the planet.
Fraser occasionally even lets friends and neighbors charge at his home while the infrastructure catches up.
What we're doing is we're driving to a level 3 charging station.
Nationwide, an estimated 6 in 10 urban residents live within a mile of a public charging station, but that number drops to around 41% of suburbanites and just 17% of rural Americans. How long before you think that charging an electric vehicle will be like, a regular gasoline vehicle?
We're still not there, but we're growing rapidly on the demand side.
Joe McAndrew is an assistant secretary of Maryland's Department of Transportation. Maryland ranks in the top 10 of the most EV-friendly states according to a 2023 survey, with Vermont, California, Massachusetts, and Colorado leading the way. The bipartisan infrastructure bill passed under the Biden administration provided around $7.5 billion to build high-speed chargers at least every 50 miles. But the Trump administration has for now paused future funding for states, saying the program needs major reform.
It might slow us down, but we're also pretty confident that the funds will show up.
Fraser, an EV enthusiast, concedes driving one can take more planning.
There are great apps out there. They'll tell you where to stop all the way along the road, but it's not as convenient as a gas car.
A fact the electric vehicle community and state leaders hope to change as they accelerate the fight against climate change. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Kensington, Maryland.
EV groups say important piece of building out infrastructure is making sure apartment buildings and condos have access, something that can be a challenge for older buildings. Final check of the forecast. Next. Up next on the CBS Evening News, why the city of Nashville is on the front line of an ongoing tariff battle. Then on KOAM News at 6, we'll have more on the legacy left behind by Dakota Patton and how his family is remembering him. Plus, KOAM's parent company Morgan Murphy Media remembers a former leader. And with more cyclists out and about, we'll tell you what to watch out for when you're out on the road. Stay with us for the CBS Evening News, then KOAM News at 6. And we were already talking about the fact that we're going to have to get our lawns mowed before all this rain comes in.
We're going to do it definitely when I get home tonight because we are going to get showers and thunderstorms moving in Saturday afternoon. So if you do need to get out tomorrow morning, do a little bit of mowing and then kind of hit and miss storms throughout the afternoon. Non-severe scattered thunderstorms, especially on Sunday morning, and then possible alert days for a severe threat moving in late Monday night and into Tuesday. So we'll have to keep our eyes on that.
It's getting warmer though.
It is. It's almost May.
Yeah, it's here. All right. Thanks for joining us. The CBS Evening News is next. Of course, we'll be right back here at 6. Have a great evening.